Are you starting?
Yeah, we're gonna start. Hi everyone, welcome. Hi, so happy we are here together.
Yes. And it's our honor and pleasure to have with us today Mrs. Miriam Yerushalmi. She is first and foremost a devoted wife and mother and a great friend.
Thank you.
A marriage and family counselor, prolific author and lecturer. Her many classes can be found on YouTube, her website, and on her Facebook page. Today we'll be discussing her newly released 14th book, K'nai Nahara, Heavenly Waters, Mind, Body, and Soul Intimacy. This class is dedicated in honor of her son's upcoming wedding, Yecheskel to Menucha Saban,
so
right?
exciting.
And gracious hostess, Mrs. Nechamadina Sarchi, for opening up her home so royally for us. Hashem should bench her and her family with all revealed good.
Amen.
So my question to you today, Miriam, when we discussed the title of today's class, we called it The Road to Intimacy. And then I said, 1 minute, isn't this based on your book about mikvah? So is it about mikvah or is it about intimacy? And then you said something profound. I mean, so simple but profound. You said, well, what is mikvah if not a preparation for intimacy?
Yes.
And that was like, wow. And that's what every step had to be. This is really has a deeper meaning to it and really is a way to get you in your marriage, doing this step.
It's incredible. When for years and years, we're trying to have Baruch Hashem babies, and they say that you should really study the halachas meticulously, and do whatever you can for Taharat HaMishpacha, so you'll have a segula for children. Yes, 8 years of studying and in-depth studying. And each time I was studying it, I don't know, it was like mikvah messages for our daily lives. Like each halacha seemed to appear like this blinking light of like anything and everything that has to do with Hasidus, of really preparing your unity relationships. But how much more so when you're talking about the holy mess up. So that also can take away from the joy of the evening. Sometimes there's a lot of baggage from what happened a month ago with their spouse, or sometimes it's a matter of that day, he didn't do something like you had asked, or like it was so disappointing. So then you have to have these maybe heartfelt feelings of not being in the mikvah mood, as I call it, So
Right.
kinds of physical preparations we can as symbols of what we can do to let go of the past, and as a it is.
Wow.
And we hope,
Wow.
we hope that we will have a most wholesome mind, body, and soul experience in this. Or disappointment, or like it's so a ton of things. I have a PTA tomorrow to do, and then it just you can lose that moment. You can lose the whole
And like maybe lose the like specialness or like the magic of
yes,
the moment?
not only the magic, but we are taught that thought actually create a lot of holy powers. It's a power that moment. And our thoughts really will affect not only the bond between us and our spouse, but the creation and of the newborn.
Wow.
So we really, not to make anyone anxious about it, but like,
So this kind of schus, this merit of creating all this magic mikvah and all this chesed, is given over to the woman. It sounds like it's mostly like it's wow. It's an awesome responsibility and an honor and probably.
I love what, because a lot of, why me? I just had the baby how many months ago or whatever, and I have all the responsibilities of the food and everything, but it is. No. So you already see here the dynamics of the woman who's feeling, I'm a nobody. The woman who feels not in the mood because he's not talking to me. He didn't do this to me. So we're already in this day and age still doing a tikkun from what the failures or the mishaps between Adam and Chava. So what perfect time to really do that tikkun? What perfect time to really make sure that we don't let the other person get in our way right now to be as present. It's not about me. So if I rise above and become the true lamplighter, the same thing with your children, right? So you understand and you do the right thing.
Wow.
You are going to bed and love them, even though they were a little nasty. So, so like most people will say to me, but a man is an adult. He's not a child. But when you're created with an level of wisdom, anyone lower than like more childish, because they're two of you, and they pick up on it, even if you're nice and behaving so nicely. But if you thoughts inside of you, it will be a barrier, because the angels you create that are you from this negative thought, then when two people connect to each other, then their angels like get repelled by your energy. You know, when kids don't want to hug you and they're like so upset, but then if you work on yourself and love them and clear your thoughts, then all of a sudden they're like hugging you more. Where did that come from? Because of your mindset, because your compassion toward them. But if in your mind you're constantly thinking capability to bond, unite, you'll actually give and empower them to become better people. Because actually the Rambam teaches us that in Hilchos of forgiveness, that you empower, according to the Rebbe's teaching, you empower the other one to do tshuva when you forgive. Wow. But if you're carrying this barrier and you didn't remove it, then they are kind of more stuck to stay in that like icky behavior or negative. Yeah. So we have to try to remove judging unfavorably. You know, like how many times like we actually don't feel like we acted the most appropriate way, and how many times you know how it feels when someone criticizing, not any positive thing. And you know the difference when you feel someone gave you a compliment, your whole day, even like a whole week, you're writing on that compliment. Cut the criticisms. So one time I was on the phone line and they said, well, I was waiting to give my part of my shir. The rabbi said, 3 rules to criticize. 1, don't do it. 2, don't do it. 3, don't do it. Why? 3 reasons. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So this is a perfect time. You're anyway busying yourself. Why not maximize the moment while you're cutting the nails to check where are you cutting with your nails that aren't hard. And this is critical factor because we're about and with peh, which has a gematria of chesed and ahava.
Wow.
With your mouth, to have love and kindness around this most sensitive topic of telling them what you need to say that's been disappointing. So we did cut the nails, and then we can go to, oh yes, hot water, please. Especially living in New York when it's snowing and you just want that feeling of hot water. So when you're in the mikvah, like I've been in places where the hot water didn't work. It was like in freezing cold places. I remember walking in the snow an hour. Like, by the way, I have to say, I was like, I'm not in the mood. A whole hour I was sickly. I felt I had a fever. And I'm like, no.
Where?
And it was snowing. And then the water wasn't so hot. So it reminded me of this story. But by the way, I went to the mikvah. if you do feel the feelings of warmth, fake it till you make it. Express the words even though you don't feel it, because actually create reality. Really, the neshama deep inside is that forgiving, loving, compassionate, neshama that wants to and doesn't hold grievances and baggage. So by forcing yourself, as it were, to be warm, then you will be warm. I mean, if you look at the Siddur and how many prayers we say in praise of God, you praise and you praise. Thank you Hashem for this and thank you Hashem. So then we get to Shema and then we can created the rat to have a super easier time to succeed or fail according to the thoughts. So it's so important. This is the time to really purify our sides so that we can get to that level. All right, so that's 6. Let's do number 6. And 6 is wash the body. So now that we immersed in the passion of our love of Hashem, in the passion of thinking of all the great gratitude we have for our spouse, and now we could really wash the body of any and extra things that are creating implement this.
Right.
Like, you know, as when my feet move to go give my family food and I'm serving my husband, like, am I doing it like another thing I have to do in here? Or are you doing it with joy? Are you serving, you know, everything in a pleasure way? Find, you know, different aspects of your being that could make the person feel that you love helping, that you love being God-like and giving pleasure. And this is also, you know, when you're when you're going into the mikvah finally, and you're
All rabbinically
all
guided.
rabbinically, Rabbi Chaikin, and by a psychiatrist, Dr. Trappler, who
Wow.
spent time with me also,
Wow.
and the mikvah.org
What a
of Crown
chesed.
Heights
Beautiful.
also was involved in putting this together and helping them, so thanks to all of them.
What, we're all going to get one here?
Yes, we're all going to get one, so we're gonna get one now, I'll just give it. And I also wanted to mention some books. Let It Be Between Us, who Luba Perlov, who wrote amazing miracle stories, which I have some miracle stories in my book. I'll just mention one of them that I came across. I was in Israel, and someone was having waters, take me home. Awake my glory, awake my soul. Take me back to where I'm pure and whole. The waters embrace me. Angels are dancing by my side. With holy babies coming. Waves rejuvenate me, opening my heart, nowhere to hide. Heavenly waters take me back home. Wrapped in the mysterious of seven, these walls sent from heaven. Preparation, anticipation, rejuvenation. I am home. I am whole. I am whole.
Wow.
Imagine now going to the mikvah with a whole different mindset. This that like that Hashem, even when you tie your shoes, He wants you to think of Him. Kind of like nowadays, like when our husband texts us and we're like, oh, he's thinking of me. So nice. So Hashem loves you so much. He says, even when you tie your shoe, I want you to think of me. And when you're in this understanding of this vessel, we're creating like this vessel to be able to contain these spiritual powers, these spiritual blessings. So if you're going to make a computer work, you ask the instructor, how do you make the computer work? This has to go here. And it's very detailed. It's not what you think. You like blue and red plug. No, the blue is the blue plug, the red is the red plug. Then the computer will work. So if you want your mind, your body, and your soul to work at this most important, holy of holies of moments, that is important. One time I was actually so if I have this little cup and I have a vat full of fine wine, it won't fit in this. So it's greater that I have a fine vat wine size, like a vat, then I'll be able to transfer and keep it. So anyway, enjoy each mitzvah as a vessel to contain all the blessings that God so wants to give you.
Amen. You
Oh,
too.
wow.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in.
For your family. All
we are-
revealed good
yes.
and blessings. Only
Yes.
simchas now and
Thank
forever.
you. Yes, I'm traveling Sunday to Israel. If anyone has questions, you can text me here on Facebook. I'll address them hopefully at some point. We're going to now your body is, the more your brain relaxes. And the more your brain relaxes, the more you can incorporate the goals that you have acquired for today. And the more you practice in your mind, you're creating 10. We're doing a meditation. Oh,
I just get 2 more.
yeah.
I just want to give 2
Sorry.
friends. I know it's okay.
Everything's good. I remember there was once a class where the children were, and the Rebbe said to the children to, because who do you think the class is more for? The influence Shama. So Baruch Hashem. And with every breath you take, just feel beautiful like a kala. Just remember the whole goal of going to the mikvah, of intimacy, is to like unite wholeheartedly, mind, body, and soul. And see yourself with all the whiteness and purity of your garments of being a kala as messages. And as you see yourself getting ready, make a commitment. I'm not going to just go very fast through the mikveh rituals. I'm going to really get to that new level and reach new heights in your mikveh experience. You see the mikveh now at a distance, and you really pull toward the heavenly waters. Each drop is an embrace that you worked so hard to forgive, to understand, to be compassionate. And you have very beautiful feelings right now. Ready to unite like never before. It's almost like God is giving you this mikvah message. You are dear, you are holy, you are pure. The heritage of Mother Rivka, Rachel, and Leah, and Sarah are coming with you, escorting you to reach this new level. Goodbye now. We got a little cut off here, but okay, we tried. And thank you for joining, and I will look for the messages later. Thank you.